Adventure Galley, a beautiful ship.
The Adventure Galley, a fine ship, or so I've heard. This ship was a dream for many, a symbol of freedom and adventure, built for speed, they say, a true beauty. Her sleek lines and powerful sails promised to conquer the seas and oceans. But beauty, as we know, can be a deceptive mistress. Behind this appearance lurked danger and treachery. The story of the Adventure Galley is a story of great hopes and crushing defeat. Numerous battles and losses marked her journey. Dreams of gold and the bitter taste of betrayal. Pirates sought treasure, but often found only disappointment. Yes, the Adventure Galley is a story for the ages. A true pirate tale full of secrets and intrigue. And it all started with a man named William Kidd. A privateer, as some would say. He was known for his bravery and ambition. But fate, it seems, had other plans for Captain Kidd. Trials and betrayals awaited him. He sailed the seas, engaged in fierce battles, and plundered wealthy ships. His name inspired both fear and respect. But his story, my friend, does not have a happy ending. Kidd was betrayed and left to his fate, just like his ship. The Adventure Galley was no ordinary ship. She was unique, created for one purpose. She was built for war, you see. You could feel the power and strength in every element of her design, created to hunt pirates and defend the crown. Her mission was clear and ruthless. Laid down in 1695 at a London shipyard, she was a 34-gun frigate, a masterpiece of engineering for its time, fast and maneuverable, just what Captain Kidd needed. He knew this ship would be his faithful ally. Her cannons roared with terrifying thunder. Each shot was like a bolt of lightning, 34 cannons ready to unleash a fiery barrage on any unsuspecting enemy. This was her main weapon, and her crew, a motley bunch, people from different walks of life, with different stories, but united by one goal, loyal to Kidd, at least for a time. They believed in his leadership and his vision. She was a ship built to bring glory to England and fill the pockets of wealthy investors. Each voyage was a chance for riches. But the call of the sea, it can be very strong. It beckoned, promising new adventures. And soon the Adventure Galley would chart a very different course. Her fate was full of surprises and twists. In 1696, the Adventure Galley set sail from the mouth of the Thames River. Her destination, the Indian Ocean. Her mission, to hunt down the pirates who preyed on English merchant ships. Captain Kidd had a royal commission. A license to plunder, you might say, but only pirates, mind you. The line between a privateer and a pirate can be very thin. The crew was full of hope for gold and adventure. They had no idea what hardships awaited them. The grueling heat of the tropics, the treacherous storms off the Cape of Good Hope. Yes, the sea can be a cruel mistress. The journey to the shores of the Indian Ocean was long and arduous. Months passed, and the treasure ships Kidd sought seemed to elude him. The crew began to grumble. Their dreams of wealth melted away like snow in the sun. Tension mounted with each passing day. Quarrels broke out over meager rations and dwindling supplies. Captain Kidd tried to maintain order, but the thirst for gold and the desperation of his men were a dangerous combination. The promise of quick riches had turned to dust. Men whispered of mutiny, of turning their backs on the crown and embracing the pirate life. Captain Kidd found himself at a crossroads. The turning point came off the coast of Madagascar. A rich Mughal merchant ship laden with silk and spices, a tempting prize, even for a man of Kidd's supposed principle. The crew demanded action. They threatened mutiny if Kidd refused. And so, with a heavy heart, he gave the order to attack. The battle was fierce. Cannons roared, smoke filled the sky. But in the end, the Mughal ship fell to Kidd and his men. The line had been crossed. Captain Kidd was no longer a privateer. He had become a pirate through and through. The Adventure Galley had served Kidd well, but her days were numbered. Rot had taken its toll. Her planks were no longer as strong. Off the coast of Madagascar, she ran aground. Hopelessly, her fate was sealed. Captain Kidd was forced to abandon his ship. He salvaged what he could, transferred his flag to the captured prize, the Quedagh Merchant. A good ship, but not like the old one. The Adventure Galley was lost, a watery grave for a once proud vessel. With the Quedagh Merchant under his command, Kidd continued his piratical ways, plundering ships in the Indian Ocean, amassing a small fortune in stolen goods. But word of his exploits reached England. Kidd, no longer a privateer, but a wanted criminal. Every pirate who surrendered to the authorities was promised a royal pardon. But Kidd knew the crimes he had committed. He decided to return to New York, hoping to negotiate his surrender. He left the Quebec merchant laden with treasure in the care of a supposed friend. A fatal mistake, as it turned out. Kidd returned to New York in 1699, a wanted man. His treasure ship, the Quebec merchant, was seized by the authorities. His so-called friend betrayed him for a share of the loot. Kidd was arrested and imprisoned in Boston, charged with piracy, murder, and a host of other crimes. His trial became a sensation. The whole world followed the fate of the infamous Captain Kidd. He claimed innocence, that he had only attacked pirate vessels, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. His dreams of freedom faded with each passing day. The trial of Captain Kidd was quite a spectacle. Like a circus had come to town, the prosecution presented a mountain of evidence. Witnesses testified against him. It seemed his fate was sealed. Kidd fought back, proclaimed his innocence, claimed he was framed by his crew. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. The jury found him guilty on all charges. The judge sentenced Kidd to death, to be hanged by the neck until dead. A harsh sentence, some would say. But piracy was a serious crime, a threat to the very fabric of trade and civilization. Dust. The pirate life is full of danger and unpredictable twists of fate.